Hi, I'm Kai Gilb from Graph Metrics. I would like to give you a quick demo of TrinApp Files. First, I'd like to highlight what it does and how you can benefit from it. TrinApp Files is like Dropbox or Box, Google Drive or OneDrive in that you can upload and store your files, collaborate on the files with teammates, and you can download and share your files. So with TrinApp Files, you have all the benefits of those apps. And that is great. It is very valuable to be able to share and collaborate on files with ease. And that is what you can do with TrinApp Files. But with TrinApp Files, you get so much more. As it is in beta, I will not go into everything, but I'd like to give you some quick highlights. First, we want you to properly own and control your own data. You will be storing your files in your very own TrinPod that is solid standards compliant. We have no access to your files. We do not mine them for data and profit from your files in any way. Following the solid standards means that you can move your files over to any other solid provider at any time. We make it easy for you to leave us, taking all your files and structures with you. And your file storage is not directly connected to the app you use to manage your files. You can use multiple apps for different purposes to access your files. Let me give you an example. You could use TrinApp Files to upload, organize, and collaborate your files. Then fire up another solid app that you can use for another purpose. Let's say a special app for writing contracts. You write a contract in your contract app and store your file in your TrinPod. Then go back to your TrinApp Files and access, collaborate, and manage that same file. There is a separation between the apps and the data, or in this case, the apps and your files. You can give all your apps access to all your data and all your files. The technical security is at the next level, where each request to the server has its very own encrypted token. For you and your company, that means you get next level security that is way above the others, probably more secure than your bank. You can start using TrinApp Files as a cloud service where we take care of the server, where the files are located. This is just like the other file services and is a great option for most users. But with TrinApp Files, you can also upgrade to an enterprise service where you run the TrinPod server and the TrinPod Files application on your very own server, behind your very own firewall. You will get full control. Your files will be organized into a graph database, not in a flat folder hierarchy. That means that you can easily place the same file in multiple folders. We call folders containers. So if you want to access the same file from multiple containers, you can do so without duplicating them. This makes it really fast and easy to find the files you're looking for because you can place it in all the relevant locations. You simply place a file in multiple places, all without duplicating it. With TrinApp Files, your files will live in your one world together with all your other data. For example, your project data can live in the same TrinPod as your files, so it is fully integrated and super easy to associate your files to a project you're working on. The same goes for your finances, your contracts. Everything can be linked. With TrinApp Files, we're developing a collaboration system that is easy to use and gives you much better control of who gets access to what files. You will be able to give individuals and groups multiple kinds of access to your files. Soon, you should be able to give access to people who hold a special role, let's say to teachers, or for a time period, let's say for 3 days, or if certain conditions are met, like they have signed the contract. You can give them read or write access or just append, as in that they can contribute files to a container, but not see what is in the container. And you will have full history of who accessed what files and when. And much more is coming, including semantic search inside your files with special services like crosslink and read, but more about that in another video. Just know that when you use TrinApp Files, you will benefit from a new breed of apps that are integrated and where you own and control your files. And you will be able to access new types of artificial intelligence that is optimized to support you and your needs, not the need of big tech. Okay, time for a demo. This is a development version, so it's not yet finished. When you first log in, you will start in the Launchpad. From here, you launch TrinApp Files. Notice that there are some examples of other apps that can share and benefit from the files you upload with TrinApp Files. It is not like you upload your files to a locked Files app silo. You are uploading the files to what we call your one world, so all your Solid apps can benefit from it. Welcome to TrinApp Files. The main screen area is dedicated to your containers and your files. The first thing you want to do is navigate to a container where you can store and access files. Let's go to our root container by clicking on it in the breadcrumb. Here we are at the root container. I store my work-related files inside my work container. Let's have a look. Here is a presentation I made on Elon Musk. It is represented by a node. I can see from the icon that it is a PDF file. And the access icon is telling me what type of access I have to this file. As this is a file that I have uploaded, I have full read and write and control access, represented by arrows going in and out for read and write. The exclamation mark is for control, meaning I can give other people access if I so choose to. I was one who modified it last at this date. Crosslink is a special service we offer for construction professionals. I will look at that in a separate video. This icon lets me open the file in a different app. This is to view the properties, and this button is to quickly share a link to that file. I do have a work container. Now I'm going to create a container for my private files. To create a container, you can click the little container icon and name your container. To upload a file, you can drag and drop from your Finder. Or you can use the built-in file uploader. In TrinApp Files, finding your location in your TrinPods is essential. As your information, the information in your one world grows, you might have access to TrinPods containing thousands and thousands of containers and files. It can become impractical and time-consuming to navigate and find files by massive hierarchies of containers. A better way might be to find the location of a project, or a building, or some other entity, and then get all your files related to that entity. I cannot effectively demonstrate this in this early build, but let me give you an idea. To go to my construction area, I would search construction. Filter by containers. I could do the same with projects, contacts, etc. To set that node as my location, click on the pin with the base. Here I'm at my construction location. To find the training construction drawing, I will use the filter. The eye here, same as up here, gives you all the properties and link data for this file. I will look deeper into this in another video. The chain link will give you an easy way to set the access rights for this file to public so you can share it with others. And the full collaboration functionality, which will be really impressive, will be available from this tab. Let's open a construction drawing. It opens in our PDF app. The far left button gives you a sidebar where you can visually navigate the pages or navigate by outline. You can search within your PDF file, zoom manually or auto zoom. I like to use a page width as my setting. On my Mac, I can also zoom in and out by pinching my fingers on my trackpad. You can go full screen and press escape to get out of it. And to the far right, you have a drop down of options. To move back to TrinApp Files, click the X. All right, I think we might be getting the hang of this. My next location will be my slides. And I want to go to my Elon Musk on management slide. I want to present it full screen. Musk said, I aspire to set foot on Mars and not die on impact. Furthermore, I never really wanted to run companies. Unfortunately, I came to the conclusion I was better than the CEOs we hired. If I'm not CEO, I can't make the inventions happen in the way they need to happen. God, I love that guy. I know one thing for sure. I'm not going to Mars. I like it right here on Earth. Thanks. That is TrinApp Files. But remember, it is like Dropbox and the like, but it is also part of something much bigger, where you have ownership and control over your own files and data, with freedom to move between Solid providers or even host it on your own server. And your files are not stuck in an app silo. In fact, they're not stored in an app at all. They're stored on your very own TrinPod that you can access with multiple Solid apps. Your very own one world, a digital twin of your company, your projects, or you. We at Graphmetrics hope you love TrinApp Files. I'm Kai Gilb. Thanks.